Hello, my beautiful boys and girls out there. This is your boy Michael here, so you don't have to. Over the years, there's been a lot of good movies that came out recently. We check out Killer Clowns from Outer Space. No, Jurassic World Rebirth, we already checked that out. What about Willow? We haven't done Willow. Let's do Willow. I love Willow. Here we go. Willow.
Though arguably not the main star, Val Kilmer once again does a good job adding a distinct flair to a character that honestly is written somewhat generic. In fact, to be honest, Willow underperformed at the box office because many people at the time did see it as a little generic. What makes it stand out in my opinion, though, is its atmosphere and its main actors. Released in 1988, directed by Ron Howard and conceived by George Lucas, everyone thought this was going to be a smash hit.
It did.
While it by no means bombed, it certainly didn't pull in the numbers it was hoping for, possibly due to mixed critical reactions or the release of other big anticipated hits. However, the film did have a healthy life on TV and home video, and years later, it is still being talked about. So what is it about this film that still keeps people's interest, even though it failed to get people's interest in the past? Well, let's examine further. Let's take a look at this 80s fantasy before Hollywood tries to reboot it.
Oh yeah, they did. I saw a clip of it. It's pretty good.
It's Val Kilmer. Are you gonna finish that tiramisu?
Let's take a look at Willow.
The film opens with Lucas's favorite trope, bombarding you with exposition.
Yeah, we've seen it in Star
Be born
Wars.
to take down the evil queen. And seeing how Lucas's other favorite trope is Jesus symbolism, the evil ruler tries to destroy every newborn pregnancy.
She bears the mark.
They're going to kill her!
The baby is taken away in secret. Great security in this place.
Yeah, great security in this castle.
Christ. Is this whole film just with the baby hallucinated before she froze to death? How the hell do they survive this? She's chased down by the DDROUS. Dogs dressed as ruins of unusual size. And okay, is this Jesus or Moses? I need to know what testament we're stealing from. The baby drifts to a village with little people called Nelwins and is discovered by our title character, Willow.
Played by Warwick Davis.
Looks like a daikini, baby. Daikinis are big. Giants who live far away.
Despite him, we've seen him in many different films before. This was easily the film that made Warwick Davis a star.
Honestly, it's kind of cool knowing that Lucas used little people to play the usual role of little creatures and, yeah, let's face it, sometimes props. But he saw the talent in them and said, I'm gonna give you your own goddamn movie. And it probably goes without saying, but Warwick Davis is wonderful in this role, bringing an incredibly likable and believable humanity to the character.
We'll push it downstream and forget we ever saw it.
Besides from the killing babies part.
Willow's wife Kaya immediately takes to the baby, though, and wants to look after her.
Also, on the other hand, she's also a firebender,
Come in
too.
handy, she's a firebender. Willow takes the baby, too, when she stops crying after she's handed to him.
No, I don't want Kaya.
I don't want her, Kaya.
Oh, come on, I'm already a 17-year-old with a wife and 2 kids. Don't you think this is going a little fast?
He called me daddy.
Wrong. You need millions of dollars, green screens, and a weeping Ian McKellen to make this work.
The door easily shut. Please turn away.
I learned this trick trying to keep the actors sober on the very unlucky leprechaun.
Not that leprechaun. Not to be specific, but he also looked like this for years, but he gets a pass. Nice trick.
His last trick doesn't go very well, though, and he loses the crowd. In fact, he's laughed at when he wants to be the apprentice of a very powerful Nelwyn called the High Aldwin, played by Billy Barty. He also does a great job, acting like Gandalf turned into a mini-sized version of Mickey Goldmill.
The power to control the world is in which finger? Well, if you're talking about how much of discussion to be pours about which finger is your ring, that would be this finger.
That'd be this finger. They all fail the test, and the new apprentice isn't chosen. The village is attacked by one of the beasts from earlier, though, but they managed to kill it off.
Yeah.
When they put together it was looking for the baby, they decide to tell the town what's going on.
This child must be taken beyond the boundaries of our village to the Daikini Crossroads. Who do that?
Unfortunately, I must not do both about it, so someone else
must
take the journey.
The village nominates Willow, but the High Aldwin says he has to look at his magic bones to decide.
The bones tell me nothing.
They're actually the remains of a fairy brothel I stepped on. Don't ask me why I was going there.
Do you have
any love for this child? Yes, I do.
The bones are just an excuse to see if Willow really cares for the child,
which he says he does. So it's decided he should take her.
Other Nelwyn friends agree to go with him, as before he sets out on his journey, Willow admits to the High Alduin that the finger he really wanted to pick was his own.
That was the correct answer. You lack faith in yourself. You have the potential to be a great sorcerer.
Far more than the little sorcerers down the road who only have the power of possessing our nightmares.
Go away, 7 dwarves.
He gives him magic acorns, which he says will turn anyone he throws them at into stone. Yeah, I trust a guy who said many of his magical ways were bullshit. I love the fact that they do show that he's magical, but he doesn't always know how it works.
Go in the direction the bird is flying.
It's going back to the village.
Ignore the bird. Follow the river.
Blair Witch would be over a lot faster if they just did that.
Yeah.
They begin their journey, but the evil Queen Bavmorda, played by Jean Marsh, sends her top Skeletor to find them.
Help my daughter to find that tiny, helpless baby.
Baby of the prophecy.
Sorry, just wanted to show I was the bald guy from Raiders.
He is, though.
Give me some water, Peck.
Our heroes make it to the crossroads, but they also discover a prisoner named Matt Mardigan.
Played by Val Kilmer.
Water.
Yeah. Hurry up.
He's looking right at us.
Oh, I better do what he says or he'll stay in that cage. Wait, why are we negotiating?
Let me out of here. I'll take care of the baby.
I'll admit, when I first saw this movie, I didn't even recognize Val Kilmer. Which, yeah, I was
Neither
6 and
do
didn't know
I,
who Val
but
Kilmer
now we
was,
know.
but when I did later, I didn't connect him back to this film. All that hair and makeup and, again, a unique performance from what I usually saw of him really did just make me see this character.
We can't give it to him. Somebody put him there for a reason.
Trust him completely.
Burglecut, you're a trolldom.
Don't let him talk to you that way, Burglecut.
All of them except Migosh, played by David Steinberg, say they're fine leaving the baby with him and head back. Everyone who crosses their path isn't interested in the baby, though. However, Matt Mardigan meets an old friend named Arik.
I still serve Galadorn. You serve no one. Sit in your coffin and rot.
Well, half-friend.
When I get out of here, I'm gonna cut your head off and stick it on a pig pole.
It is impressive that Kilmer spends 10 minutes of this movie in that tiny cage, and yet he's still energetic and doesn't in any way feel limited by it.
Let me out of here. I'll take care of the baby, I swear. Let me borrow that spear just for a minute.
Johnny Depp is watching this thinking, hey, I can take this and push it too tiresome.
You want to go back to your families. I want out of this cage. Let me take care of that baby. I'll look after her like she was my own.
He manages to convince him he wants to look after the baby, and he ventures forth to... I guess he never
Alone.
said where he lived or where he was going. Nah, well, I'm sure it was still a wise choice.
I stole the baby! I stole the baby!
Why do we get
Wow,
images
out of
Mark
nowhere?
tossing the baby and the bird picking it up midair? They're attacked by creatures called brownies, which I think you have a
Brownies?
few in order to see.
They don't even look
For
like
travel stamina effects
brownies.
that, okay, are a little obvious, but for 1988 are still pretty damn impressive.
It is, though. It's pretty impressive.
They're approached by a mysterious force named... Yeah, my dyslexic ass isn't pronouncing that. I'm calling her Cheryl. Who says the baby's name is Alora, and she must be taken to a sorceress who will take her to a good king and queen. Why can't she take her instead of Willow? Pretty... Willow says he needs to go on this mission alone and sends Migosh home. 2 of the brownies accompany him, though.
One of them played by Kevin Pollak.
But they don't seem to be welcomed in many places.
Get out of here, Peck!
Get out of here!
We already got fresh
Yo,
hobbit on the
fresh hobbit on the
stove.
stove. The brownies fight over a love potion the fairies gave them, and yeah, you're gonna wish Migosh was the companion who stuck around.
Your eyes. I have to kiss you.
Imagine what the children will look like. Millions will be erotically confused. Maybe this is why I was extradited from the borrowers.
My husband's coming!
How do I look?
Cover your
Oh,
face!
You.
Wow, he really was Johnny
He really
Depp
was
before
Johnny Depp before Johnny Depp.
This is my husband, Lug.
Big husband.
I like a woman with an 11 p.m. shadow.
You! Are you the mother of that child?
They're approached by the Queen's men led by her daughter Sorsha, played by Joanne Whalley. And I think this moment is supposed to be serious, but man, does it make me laugh.
Let me see it. No, don't let her. Ah!
Oh, poor Warwick
Be a little
Davis.
less Muppet Show. They manage to escape, though, and outrun the soldiers.
You better clear out, Willow, before those troops come back.
I'm gonna try out for the matchmaker in Mulan. Despite his attitude, Willow does realize Matt Mardigan is a good fighter and could use him on his journey.
I am hungry. Go get me some eggs or something.
We are not afraid of you.
Now!
Like,
Wow,
hey,
that's a
I guess I'm not
pretty
the
scary
tiny comic
reaction
relief
from
this
the
time.
brownies.
Led you to the island of the sorceress, mademoiselle.
They make their way to the island where they agree to part ways. And in yet another bizarre parenting choice, Willow leaves Allura with the brownies while he rows to the island.
We will guard her with our meager lives.
Yes, the bite-sized Tribe at Yahoo series is no doubt a deadly one. Somewhat let down when he finds the great sorceress named Finn Rizal, played by Patricia Hayes, is actually a wombat.
I've come to find the great sorceress.
That's me, Razel.
This can't be right.
Judge me by my singing horse effects from Three Amigos, do you?
Huh?
She says the evil queen transformed her, and hey, our fellowship can be even more adorable.
Why not invite her along?
However, it looks like Matt Morgan is captured again.
How many times does he always keep captured?
Not for long.
I swear, every time he's caught, it looks more and more like an OnlyFans request form. And our heroes are once again taken
Imprisoned.
Rizal helps Willow perform a spell.
But she just transforms her into a crow.
Farmers, children, sons.
Oh, some Batwing brothel will fix that
Oh,
up.
some Batwing brothel fix that up. And Morgan gets hit with a love potion, though, and you guessed it, falls in love with Willow.
Nah,
Oh,
just
no,
kidding.
This isn't Lord of the Rings. He falls in love with
For the
Sorcerer.
queen.
Awake from this hateful sleep. It deprives me of her beauty.
Her hair's almost as long and beautiful as mine.
One move, jackass, and you really will be a woman.
Her humor is very cut-off dick-based, isn't it? But here's a shocker. She gets turned on by Val Kilmer confessing his love for her.
Your touch is worth 100,000 deaths.
What goes on here?
Oh, nothing anymore, Val Blocker. They manage to fight their way out.
You are great.
Mardigan, the Great Maker. And they end up going shield sledding.
In a fantasy world, that's nothing
One
you
of
never
Willow's spells
see
turned
every
him into an
day.
Annabelle doll.
That's definitely something you see.
Matt Morgan falls off.
And
Willow
poor Val
crashes
Kilmer
into a
left
village and-
behind.
Okay, I know the type of film I'm watching, but whenever this scene plays,
That's a pretty fine cylinder
Gentlemen, it's just
snowball
the
right
best of the
there. It's very cylinder.
I feel the whole thing's a bit silly.
the soldiers follow him, so they find a place to hide, ironically bumping into Auric, also finding a place to hide. For once, they actually capture someone as they take Sorsha prisoner.
Yeah, very random.
Your sun, your moon, your starlit sky.
Oh my god, did I say that? I'm falling in love with myself. I will say, for such a bizarre setup, these two do surprisingly have chemistry. It's one of the few times a couple both loving and hating each other actually kind of works. It feels under the spell most of the time, that get old, but it wears off and he isn't sure if it's still in his system. That combined with Sorsha's mixed feelings about her mother does make this weirdly believable and fun to watch.
Matt Morgan, come on!
She gets away though, however, our heroes make it to the king and queen. But they discover everyone is frozen today. Yeah, you get it. Willow tries using his magic again, but turns Rizal into a goat.
Willow! You idiot!
Oh gee, I'm sorry, can you hold these acorns? Ah! The army approaches, and I love the fact that what stops them is literally just locking the door.
That's the simplest thing to do when an army comes to a castle.
That is just so basic. The aliens from Signs are like, yeah, now try being allergic to water as well. Not so easy, is it?
Well, it looks like there's trolls in the castle too.
The best effect. It looks like the Land of the Lost Monkey got jizzed on by Ivan Ooze.
But Willow. 1980s pinkies it up.
It turns into a different type of monster, though, as Matt Morgan basically tries home aloneing the castle. Again, the keying effects aren't always great, but this is still
Not that
really
great, but it's pretty
well-animated and
impressive
intimidating.
for 1988.
Get up on the hydrant bag! Get up on the hydrant bag!
I should point out, by the way, the official name of this monster is the Eborsisk. And in case you're wondering, no, they didn't like this movie. There is something really funny about these two fighting this whole army off, just both being really clever and really stupid at the same time.
Quiet, or I'll turn you into a suitcase!
Who does that cabbage think he is?
Maybe this is actually Skeletor's cousin or something. I don't know. It kind of looks similar though.
The beast in its head, causing his head to blow up. We don't know the anatomy of this thing. Maybe it's how it works. But the general takes Allura.
Or the fake Raggedy Hand doll he's
Standing in
holding.
for Allura.
Elora's gone. I've taken her.
Oh, I can't help but feel partly responsible for this.
Prepare for the ritual!
Elora is taken to the Queen, but our heroes, along with Arwick's army, are following close by.
Pig!
You're all pigs! Okay, we're already turning the army into Oscar Myers. Do we really need the story to make it more goofier?
Yes, we do. And to think some part of Val Kilmer said, I wouldn't mind revisiting this.
Neither do I.
He begins a ritual to destroy the baby. What, are there no Spartan cliffs in this kingdom?
That would have been
Willow
epic.
continues to try and bring Roselle back to her real form, leading to some early morphing effects.
Nice. Oh, I turned you into the lady from The Shining.
She transforms the army back to human, and they try to figure out a way into the castle. Wow, that baby-killing ceremony really takes a while, doesn't it? Could have turned her into a pig and a pork tenderloin at this point.
We call upon you to surrender!
Shoot 2 arrows at them, or
just open the gate castle, we don't care.
Evil fortress. The army rises from holes they dug again.
Wow, nobody actually never looked outside while they were digging that. Very clever. And they invade the castle.
I just love the bizarre, non-threatening way the Queen says the name of her returned arch-enemy.
Listen.
Razel.
That is the most Mean Girls way to say
Razel.
Mother! Traitor child. I must despise you now.
That's also kind of a Mean Girls phrase. I must despise you now.
Your powers have gained in strength, Roselle.
No, I really should get one of my other heads to deal with this. Ha! You thought you could
Oh
interrupt
man,
the
that is a pretty fine fire effect.
killing this baby. Willow rushes in to help as the general kills off Arwick.
And then let's just say, Auric doesn't exactly die. What was that? Did he have an Uber in the fight?
Battle cry? All right. Sorry about the ride share. This is what you get for trying to save a couple bucks.
Yes, he had.
It doesn't help that Arwick
Doesn't exactly die the best. Thank you, teaching school.
Thank you, acting school.
Of 5-year-old Judy Hopps.
He, of course, takes his revenge on the general, and honestly,
A pretty cool finishing move. That is still one of the gooeyest stabs I've ever heard.
And I love for all the knowledge and magic and sorcery these two are using sometimes.
You just gotta punch a bitch. Yeah, she did.
Hey, you broke my weird Batgirl hat!
I'm a great sorcerer.
Willow uses the magic acorns on her that start to work, but then suddenly fizzle. And I know this wasn't a thing yet, but this is pretty damn close.
Is that the extent of your powers, little one?
Does any of what this character built up have a payoff?
He uses one of his magic tricks to fool her, making her think the baby vanished, and ends up sending herself into the overworld.
Yeah, a little forced, but I like the idea of him using a magic trick to fool a powerful sorcerer. It's a solid idea. Speaking of solid, all the people in the previous castle are broken out of their shells, including the king and queen.
And order is restored.
I suppose I should answer for my countless murders and war crimes, but my dress and hair are so pretty now, I must be good. Willow heads back home to a hero's welcome, and he's reunited with his family. This leads to the final epic line of...
Absolutely nothing. And that was Willow. And after the last few scenes, I still gotta think, this film is still a lot of fun. Everything meets the standards in a lot of different varieties and ways. Gotta say, this is the perfect family fantasy film of 1988. Warwick Davis, wonderful for his first landing career. And I really love him as the Leprechaun in the Leprechaun franchise. The actors were all great. The story is awesome. Especially Skeletor that he made an appearance to. As the general, of course. Gotta say, if you are a fan of fantasy world movies, definitely watching this one. Perfect to sit around, eat some popcorn, have your family, have some friends, hanging out together, and you have a blast watching this movie for sure. I'm your boy Michael here, so you don't have to.